Well. Welcome to Sodi Pop on YouTube. I am Matt, and I'm ready to get started here. Lots of fun things on the way. So I had some, for some reason, I'm having a little crackling on my mic that I had noticed with some of my recordings. I don't know if it's my exporter. I'm not sure if it's my cable. I switched my cable yesterday, and it's weird. It doesn't happen in some of these short recordings that I do when I test it. So I'm still trying to figure that out. If you guys notice it, let me know. Sorry, you probably never noticed it. Now I'm going to drive you crazy because you do notice it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to update, see if I can update the live stream, the actual, whatchamacallit, maybe 47 VEVE live drop. Beautiful. Ooh. Maybe I can't update the icon now, but that's all right. So let me know how you're doing this morning. My question for you is, Sippy. So my question for you is, put this in. When the market finally opened yesterday, what was the common price of the what was it? Avengers. Number 47 was the last one. Right? Number 47. Want to say it was. I don't quite remember yet. Number 47 was the price of Avengers number 47. Common. Here's, I wasn't around at that moment. Why? Because I was at work, because AWS or what have you took forever to open up. That really sucked. Like right up until work, I was making a video and putting it out. I haven't put it out yet. Sorry, my cat's right in front of my mic, so you might hear some noises of her chewing on it. Hey, what are you doing, lady? What you doing? You want to sit down? Here's Lady Sybil. She's pretty awesome. She's a cool cat. Unfortunately, she's one of those cats that if you come over, she has to know you to warm up to you, and then she's really awesome. She likes playing a lot and fetching and playing ball, and she's constantly hanging out with me, which is very, very sweet. All right, let's make sure we are live. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. If you are, give a thumbs up for the morning. If you ain't, that's okay. Hopefully your morning will get better, and I would love to see it get better for you. All right, cool. We are live and going. Voice is on. I sound beautiful for the most part. All right, cool. So we had this happen. Spider-Man, number 3, introduction of Doc Ock, played by Alfred Molina in Spider-Man 2. And it's interesting because there is the popularity of certain heroes or villains, or what Spider-Man is really good at, where the villains aren't entirely bad, not just pure evil, but there's them in the comics, which Doctor Doom in the comics, people love him. Daredevil in the comics, super crazy popular. There's what I'm experiencing is a lot of these like sleeping comics and a lot of the comic centric channels here. They will say that certain of X, Y, and Z are crazy popular and super expensive, and we don't necessarily see those prices match up. Sorry, I'm probably gonna sneeze soon because my cat just shoot her head and released hair all over. Anyways, we don't necessarily see the price match up, and then because I think what we're seeing is the real popularity in popular culture take more charge. Now, with that being said, are there a whole lot of comic collectors here? Probably not. It's really interesting to see the either acceptance or just total negativity around some NFTs. My video coming out soon is going to be dealing with these two, uh, Tamora and Gary, Mr. Gary Whitta from Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny is one of my more liked YouTube channels in general. Greg Miller, he's currently taking some time off because he just had a baby, but he started Kind of Funny with a bunch of other fellows from IGN many, many years ago. And I've always looked up to him. I thought he was amazing. I've wanted to be Greg Miller for sure. I just hadn't had the guts to do it. Now I do. But I've followed Kind of Funny since before they were Kind of Funny, before they started it and everything. So the point is, I really like them. But they made this episode yesterday announcing the Ubisoft NFTs. And the Ubisoft NFTs, so if you're not familiar, Ubisoft is a massive game studio. Right up there, not quite as big, but right up there with Activision and EA. So EA, you think, makes Madden. They make, do they make Call of Duty? I don't think EA, I think, does make Call of Duty. Also, I believe on EA is the Titanfall license, so that also means Apex Legends. So really, really massive games. Zombies, Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare. So also that new Star Wars game was EA, I believe. So the point is, Ubisoft is right up there. They also have Assassin's Creed. This is Ghost Recon. What else do they have? They have. I can't think of. Oh my gosh. Shibi, watch out. Ubisoft games. I'm going to type that in because I cannot think of anything right now. Yes, that Far Cry. That's the big one. Far Cry, Riders Republic, Tom Clancy, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs would totally fit in with this stuff. I don't know why they wouldn't put it. Watch Dogs is probably bigger in my opinion. I think they're just putting it in Ghost Recon because they're testing the waters. They don't want to mess anything up. But more so than that, when they do launch, they will launch in these other games. Why wouldn't they? Because you can just they're testing this with a game they don't care as much about, in my opinion. And once this is all tested out and they've figured out, because this is a beta, they will take it in a better form. Okay, we realize people like this, don't like this. These are too expensive. These are too cheap. These are worthless. No one likes them. And maybe we need to be able to allow people to use more wallets easily or import Tezos, whatever. There's going to be a lot of things that they're going to figure out doing this beta. When they do that, the beta, they will, I'm sure, be launching it on Watch Dogs is the closest thing to what, I mean, they're very similar in gameplay as far as Ghost Recon and Watch Dogs. I believe they're both third person over the shoulder. So Watch Dogs Legion, Watch Dogs 2 can certainly take that. And then you can certainly apply that to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's a third person game where you wear a lot of stuff. First person stuff, I don't understand it as much, but again, everyone loves a good amount of gear and little bragging rights if you've achieved something in your time on this earth. So Ubisoft announces Ubisoft Quartz, and they're calling their NFT the Digits. I'm sure someone somewhere, a branding officer, is super pumped about this, but I think that's just call it NFTs or call it collectibles, digital. I understand you don't want to call it digital collectibles necessarily because that's just a very, very general term. So they're trying to make up something different. It's just really dumb. So anyways, let's just go ahead and watch this announcement trailer a little bit. I'm going to turn on the sound because the sound is going to get me copyright banned. So Ubisoft Quartz, designed for, allows you to playable, energy efficient Ubisoft NFT. So it's on the Tesla's blockchain. So you're not minting on Ethereum, which is what people are concerned about with energy. Again, I think there's a lot of misinformation. The whole energy thing was so 3 months ago. And Bitcoin in particular was the one that was, because it's proof of work, where Tesla's is proof of stake. A lot of people are misunderstanding what that is. And again, if you're thinking, hey, this is replacing a lot of physical stuff or complementary to it, it's I don't I don't understand this like really upset argument compared to how much energy it really uses. It's absolutely crazy. Again, you don't see people protesting Christmas lights or Halloween decorations every year. It's just really wild. I don't know why people are so up in arms about the energy portion of this. So, anyways, they're calling these digits limited edition tiers. This is what they'll kind of look like. I mean, this is a super bland one. They should show off gold bling. Like they should show off some crazy stuff, right? Like we want to see gold, we want to see silver, we want to see uh, fire, we want to see angel wings. I want to see some devil wings. I want to be a sexy little boy here or girl or man, fully grown, over 18 for sure. Uh, but that's what I want to be on here. But that's why I'm saying, like, this is their test case. They're testing the waters. All this, the way it looks right now, will look totally different because they're definitely going to bring this into a game that means more for their catalog, their portfolio. And when they want to launch it there, they're going to want it to be really tested to make it look really good. This isn't a testing of the waters to see if we'll use it in the future. No, this is a fit. This is getting the explanation, probably changing that name digits, which is pretty silly, um, and also making sure that the way the UI looks makes sense to people. Maybe they want to hide. So you can see right down here, they have a little bit of that blockchain information: the purchase date, release date, the creator. There's probably going to need to be more. Like maybe there's a gunmetal, maybe how many editions, just like there are on VEVE. Maybe there's a rarity, which just like there is on VEVE. Right up here, they have the limited edition number. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that, so my bad. But maybe the colors, maybe they do have the rarity there. So maybe the set that it's in, which they don't have a set. So Wolf Enhanced Helmet A, maybe name it something less bland. This is it is very a naming concept in these types of games. That's fine, but I think they're gonna up their naming game. They're gonna have to make armor sets, and as they really should. There should be armor sets in these games for NFTs, and this is a weird one to show off. To be honest, it's just kind of a bland helmet. But the point is, this isn't a test. This is a workshop. They are going to be using this in the future. It doesn't make any sense. They're already making money from all these, and why not make it so their community has a little bit of ownership over what's already happening? So I'm going to head back to Games Daily. Uh, Again, really, really love them. If you're in the comments, not sure who's in the comments, but if you love them, great. If you don't know who they are, that's cool. Also, if you know what the Avengers number 47 common was yesterday when the market opened, I'm super curious because I just want to know how badly I missed out. I bought two around 18 buckaroos, and hopefully I don't. I'm not going to regret it, but I just wish I was there when the market opened, but it didn't open for forever. So they like went off on NFTs. Let's see if I can actually hear these guys. CB, watch out, girl. And I have a whole video that I'm releasing on this, and right directly after this, that is already uploaded and ready to go. I just got to make sure that the sound and everything is good on it. And that's one point I make all these points in the video later, but that's one point that I do agree with him on is like they have to be unique, they have to be interesting. Uh, this is a conversation that needs to be had. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's just BS. Again, what they showed off here with this particular helmet, I'm not sure why they chose that one, but that is really blowed up for you. That's really quite uninteresting, you know. This will be cooler when it gets to Fortnite. Not if, but when. Bark Tech. Cool. Don't know what that means. And let me go ahead and close my door for a minute. Be right back. And that's where he says all dollar bills look the same. I mean, that's where he doesn't understand this stuff. That is not. That's obviously not the use case. And right before they admitted that like, oh, I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll speak on it anyways. So they have Kevin, who's the guy like doing everything in the background, switching scenes and stuff. And Kevin butts in every once in a while, and he says that, well, you can like keep your stuff, but he also doesn't really understand the use case for NFTs or what they are. The problem is right now it's a buzzword currently, but it is also really something. Really good explanation I heard for Bitcoin a long time ago. I think it was from Andreas Antonopoulos. He said it is the future of money dressed up as a get rich quick scheme. That's definitely true. And the way I explain it to my friends and family is I'm like, listen, at least in the United States, I'm not sure about elsewhere in the world, but in the United States, you have the qualified investor rule. And that means unless you've made $1 million and you have a net worth of $1 million, or you've made $200,000 in consecutive years, you are not a qualified investor. It has nothing to do with education, has nothing to do with anything. These rules have existed forever. So that means you are not quote unquote qualified to be involved in Series A round funding. You can't qualify. So all the pre-Uber IPO, pre-Facebook IPO, all these things, the common person, when I say common, 90%, 95% of all people in the United States at least don't have the ability to be qualified to even invest in these things. They have to get on the open market, but it's already pumped 10, 100x. This is the first time, because it's a completely new asset class, this is the first time we have had the ability to actually get into something before it's really taken off, before it's really gone crazy, crazy, crazy. And, you even look at the ICOs of 2017, or some of these, you have Akala launch or will be launching on the Polkadot network. Some of these like Polkadot network things, they're still limiting like some US citizens. So if you're a international citizens of certain countries, like especially like Australia and New Zealand, just seem to have open access to almost anything. If you're in Europe, for the most part, it just depends on where you're from. But all of those places will be. I'm going to remove your message because I'm not sure. All those places will be. I forget what I was going to say. But, anyways, so you have access to this stuff. This is the first time they have access. Unlike, and you think of a .com boom, the common person didn't have access. Those were just West Coast, mostly wealthy Americans that were able to invest in the .com boom. And that went up to $10 trillion at its height in the mid 90s, right? Or early 2000s, whenever that ended, whenever that bubble popped. I mean, the money supply has like another 50% in the United States. So it's almost doubled. So, and the entire world has access to this stuff, to putting money in and investing and seeing what be the next cool thing. With that being said, there is OpenSea. let's go check out OpenSea because there's a lot of BS on here. All right, let me just go to OpenSea.io. I don't want to go to my account necessarily. But look, I mean, some of this stuff is really cool art. Let me just go to Explore. There's just so much stuff. Lazy Lines again. I think this one had a really good launch. Yeah, it makes like no sense. Just dumb. These are selling for 1 ETH, so 4 grand, a little bit over 4 grand. And the floor price is 1.189 ETH, so they are selling for that much. Neo Tokyo Identities. Neo Tokyo is the, I mean, look at these. Floor price 17 ETH, man. That's crazy. And this was the whole LEO trades. I don't know if you remember a while ago, I showed you Super Farm LEO trades, kind of like VEVE is doing just fine because, oh, they were surprised. Oh, we got 2,000 in the first second. We got 2,000 clicks on our link. VEVE gets 100K. You know, we're going to get 100K with today's drop. Just crazy. And this is one of his projects. Like, this is on OpenSea. These identities. So this is a list of attributes in New Tokyo. So starts with gender, strength, attractiveness. It's just a randomly updated. If you've seen the Loot project, this is what it is. Loot was a little more experimental. It was just like, hey, I'm going to airdrop these NFTs. The way they do these ones, it was a big like scavenger treasure hunt. So the people who got them like really did some digging, I believe. But again, it sounds very sounds very cool in Ready Player One. If you have a group of people, it's going to be way easier to solve this. Ready Player One, that kid would have never solved it. The company that was going for it would have solved it for sure before him. But you know, it's a book and it's a fun story. So, just I mean, again, like the qualities of these NFTs, and that's exactly why I'm super into what VEVE is bringing to the table. I'm gonna go get some water actually really quick. Go ahead and keep watching. Wait, I want. All right, we're just gonna leave you on that screen for a minute. I'll be right back. Gotta grab some water. One moment. Let's go. All right, we're back. It was almost drop time. 5 minutes till drop. Big stuff. This is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be a big one. Doc Ock, played by Alfred Molina. Again, very popular with pop culture in general, and also very popular in the comics. Really great villain. A little bit anti-hero. I think he's a good person who kind of goes crazy, and that's what a lot of that's funny. That's what a lot of Spider-Man villains are. Is that they're a good person to start with, you know, maybe one of Peter's mentors, and they go a bit crazy for X, Y, or Z reason. Something happens to them. I think in the movie, something happens to his wife, and that's why he goes a little cray cray, and that's okay. I would go a little cray cray too if something happened to my wife, especially if she was, you know, late. And I was like, hey, where were you? And she's like, I wasn't anywhere. I'm like, well, that's rude. All right. We are getting ready for the drop. Make sure you have your gems ready. And we will go, go, go. All right. East. Beautiful. So make sure you have those gems ready. If you don't know how to, well, you better have made an account and everything already. I have my coffee. We are again drinking the 7 C's, which is by way of Chump Coffee, but it's the 7 C's Roasting Company. It's located in South Park, San Diego. My, not hometown, but my beautiful city. And I am pumped to the max. Let's get it. Man, I still can't believe the audacity of. I'm really excited to release this video. I was hoping to get it done yesterday, but it was like a 20-minute video that I made. So, very pumped. All right, let's get ready because there's just a couple minutes left. Man, I hope I get one. I hope I will. Ooh, my battery's almost dead. No. Charger. Be right back. That's crazy important. Ooh, that could have been bad. 1 second. Gonna mute myself. Back in business. Hey, get a charger. Oh man. For some reason I can't find. I have 2 great chargers and I have no clue where they are. They're somewhere. Oh, there's one of them. We'll get that in a moment. All right. Let's see. Let's get in this app. All right. 30 seconds. Perfect. Line that up. All right. I think I'm just going to time it with this one. You never know. You never know. Oh, no. Let's see if we can get a rebound. Oh, man. That always sucks. See if we can get a rebound. Oh, I hope I didn't just accidentally buy something off the marketplace. Pulled out my phone too, and it seemed like I accidentally purchased something else. Oh, that'd be annoying. I don't think I could. I think the marketplace is closed 30 minutes ago, so I'm sure I'm fine. All right, come on, rebound. I was in a Twitter Spaces yesterday, and the people there were getting. I mean, one guy, his family. Keep that in mind. It wasn't just him, but he got uncommon, rare, ultra rare, secret rare. Just like he just destroyed. He got everything, and I got nothing. Nothing yet, at least. If you get some, let me know. Let me know what you got in the comments. That's always the fun part. I will definitely be picking this up on the secondary market, at least the common. I never really touched any other rarity. Usually at least one for my collection. And then if it comes down over a little bit, I might pick up a couple more. This is going to be an interesting one. I really have no idea what this is going to sell for right on the secondary market because we've seen the Amazing Spider-Man #1 which again is not the first Spider-Man comic, but the common for that has gone up to like 150 gems. The common for Marvel #1 was past 250, just insanity. And then most of the Spider-Man comics went up a decent amount as well. And then there's Amazing Fantasy 15, which is actually the first Spider-Man comic. That one will, I'm sure, go up when that is released here on VV. That will go up like crazy. It'll be insane. All right. Is that just still clicking away? Seeing if I can get that rebound. Just trying to get that 6.99 comic. Trying to get that bad boy. I wonder who. I'm curious which. I really don't know because I don't know comics too well. I'm curious which comic Kingpin was introduced because he's a, especially for the TV show, he's a really big baddie. And for the video game that was recently released, the opening involved a lot of Kingpin. And Kingpin was in Daredevil. The actor who played Kingpin in Daredevil was awesome. Oh man, I want to sneeze, but I can't. Can't do it. Say hi if you in the comments if you want to. How's your day going? My day's going well thus far. Got up early. Said hi to the cats. My girlfriend in the other room has a meeting. Oop, oop, oop. Did I get one? Ooh, got a captcha. Please click bicycle. This is not an easy captcha. That's crazy. I mean, it's a bicyclist. It's not technically his bicycle. I got a rebound. Yep, got a rebound. Oh, yes. Oh, sweet. That's exciting. Oh, all right. Got a rebound. Gonna keep on trying for others. My account balance went down. So good. Oh my gosh. That is exciting. That's really exciting to me. Like, that's really cool. That's exciting. Oh, there's only 30,000 editions of this, which for a comic like this, okay, so I have one order pending delivery. Cool. I'm still trying to get a rebound. Got one rebound inbound for moi. Super, super exciting. Let me know if you got one. Again, so the way you get rebounds is there's a ton of information online about this if you are in the know, but the way you get them is twofold. So if you're on the screen and click buy now, you might get that error message. Something went wrong, or yeah, it'll say something went wrong in red. And you just click OK. If it still shows you the buy now button, there are probably you still have the possibility of getting something, and this can go on for a while too. So I just got a rebound that was at 4 minutes. And you just keep on clicking it and keep on hoping. Another, if the button grays out and doesn't let you click anymore, you can back out of the page and keep on going back in, back out, back in, back out, back in. And so those are how you get rebounds. Most of the people that I know that get them get rebounds because again, there's people of all ages and everything doing this. They forget to put gems in their wallet, or they do put gems, but maybe it's not enough, or maybe I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong and do go wrong with this app. Maybe they're going through tunnel, maybe they're at work, maybe they can't do it right away. The captcha has been popping up for me now 2 times in a row. I've never ever had it before, and now it's popped up. Granted, they've extended the time where you have reserved to 180 seconds instead of just 90 seconds, so you have quite a bit more time to do the caption, get through it, and make sure that what is reserved for you can buy. But I have had plenty of times where I've not been able to buy what I've reserved, and I've seen a lot of people that happen too. And so you are able to get those rebounds of the people who miss them for whatever reason. And it happens So I'm gonna see if I can get a second one here. Really cool. Oh, I'm so glad I got this one. It's gonna funny because I bought the Black Knight one, about two of them for 18, I think one for 20 gems. And now, and those are probably, gonna probably take a little bit for those to accrue in value if and when they do. Hopefully, I don't know. It is I think a Silver Age comic or Golden Age comic. I forget all the different ages and what they mean, but these style of comics are definitely a hold, especially if they're introduction of certain characters. The Black Knight, Kit Harington's playing him in the movies. He will be a big up and coming Marvel guy. Um, so the comics will most likely accrue in value with that. So I'll probably just hold on to them unless they reach a crazy amount, and then I don't mind selling it. I don't mind taking a little profit in gems. We can't cash out or anything quite yet, but I do believe in the team. Not worried about that MTL personally. If you're in the comments, let me know if you got it. I just noticed that my sister did not get one. My friend didn't get one. My girlfriend has a meeting. She has a Reddit date, and she was struggling. It's weird. Her work laptop Wi-Fi is like total junk on it, and so I have it hooked up to where she can directly connect. But the way it is in our household, it kind of like goes all the way across the floor, so it's really and it for hers it can't because of the way like where our stuff is located. The It would have to even if her cord was like 5 times longer, it would have to go past several doorways. It could probably go up and over, but I don't know about that. Man, I'm so pumped I got one. That's so cool. I'll 3-bound too. When you see that initial something went wrong screen, it's like, ah, man. If you don't get it right at the initial, it's just, I know I'm going to be clicking for a while. Even if I do, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be clicking for a while. I have, I'm thinking, so the reason I just paused is because if you've seen, this idea isn't new, but if you've seen like season 3 of American Horror Story, there is this witch season. And one of the concepts in there is like hell, and hell is like a personal hell. So it's not a like a general thing where you're getting tortured, whatever, but it's what is personally agonizing to you, and it's a personal hell. So personal hell of mine would be always having the buy now button appear, and I can never leave. I can never leave without clicking buy now, because that certainly is a thing. Again, there's been a few times during the Disney drops, a couple times I've clicked for over an hour. And it was worth it. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. One of them I got Elsa, and for 2 hours of work for what she's worth right now, not upset about that at all. But, you know, there's plenty of times like right now or yesterday where I clicked for a while and I didn't get anything, but I did get a rebound today. So that's a little dopamine hit. That's the addictive part of this. Um, Pretty much everything's addictive in some way or another, but this is like that gaming addictive part of this. The way they do drops is like crazy exciting. I've seen some people comment on how they could do drops a little differently. I have not watched those videos or anything, so I'm curious as to what they say, because I'm sure there's different, better ways they could do drops, more exciting ways. I like just clicking on one button, and what I get is what I get currently. I really don't mind the blind boxes. I really do not like it when you go for specific ones. And why is that? Is because if they had it set up differently, but the way they have it set up in the app where like you have to go into the page and then it's covered and then it reloads, it's not nearly as smooth, and it makes you feel like there's a glitch. And if you get it, it's even more lucky than getting it right now. I just really dislike how they have it set up when it's not a blind box when you can choose what you want, like they had recently with the Ron English stuff. Also, Tristan Eaton, one of the major artists on the website, just like Ron English, and I think Luisa Guzman also did something. You can see in my back over my shoulder here. I'm still clicking, so I'm doing everything in one hand. I'm like still searching at the screen. So my back corner here, you can see this bear brick or bear brick. I always get confused. Bear brick, bear block. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, these are like crazy collectible things. I got at DesignerCon. This is a DesignerCon exclusive. This is Luis de Guzman, that particular design. You can actually see the box for it on the side. So that's like the style of it. It has a signature on it and everything. A lot of great artists have been making those, but Tristan Eaton, one of them, who he made the killer rabbits. I think there's a black, a red, a gold, and I think there's like a more colorful. I forget the name of that one, but the killer rabbits he has on the app, and I guess he is announcing something. The Omi Homie, Max and Janie, they took a picture of it on Instagram and they retweeted it. I actually have it here if I can duo handle stuff. I retweeted it. Where would it be? ¿Dónde está? Okay. By now. Where would it be? My tweets, retweets. I'm going to go to my profile. There we go. Yep, here we go. So Tristan Eaton, he's one of them. He said, big announcement tomorrow. It's time to shake things up on the blockchain. Let's get crazy. And again, these artists do multiple things. Ron English has his own NFT projects. They aren't as successful, nearly as successful as anything on VEVE. I mean, the stuff for these guys sells out in a second. Ron English's Light Crypto Club. I don't know if you can still buy them. I think you might be able to, but yeah, I'll have to look. Maybe, perhaps it's still available. I'm still clicking. 14 minutes, guys. Still clicking. This is love. Or hate. I don't know. It's probably an abusive relationship. It's probably really messed up. It's not okay. But I'm having some coffee and I'm happy. We're good. All right. Oh, cool. I've never used my back button on my mouse. I just used it and it was very convenient. It's just kind of like in a weird area for me. I know people use it for first person shooters and stuff all the time. It's just I'm just really not used to using it. But yeah, that was the back button. And I can go forward too. Oh look, back and forward. What a world we live in. Jeez. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at the Tristan Eaton Light Called Crypto. And I'm curious if they're still available. The Light Called Crypto. Okay. Good. Popped up immediately. So this is it. Yeah, you can still mint them. There's still 7,000 left. Jeez. Okay, app just crashed on me. I probably won't be able to try and buy it anymore, which is just fine. So the Light Called Crypto is here. And this is, I mean, it's interesting stuff. The interesting ones are these unique one-of-one designs. This Pikachu. There's a Fred Flintstone. That was really cool. This Jesus one is cool. But a lot of them, I mean, this alien one is pretty interesting. And then this from Metroid. What's the name? I always forget the name. I never forget names off camera, but when I'm on camera, it's destroyed. Cool. I got one Amazing Spider-Man, and we is good. Let me know if anyone else got one. I have one pending order. I'll let you know what it is as soon as you got it. I've never gotten a secret rare. I'll put that out there. Just put that out there into the universe and knock on this fake, probably IKEA wood. And it's not all fake. There's actually like a 1/4 inch of real wood in here, so could be good. All right, trying to see if I can maybe catch. I'm sure all the rebounds are done. I'm just going a little bit back in and out with my phone, and then I'll probably stop here in a second. So Light Crypto The interesting thing that he's doing with this is he's doing like real world experiences. And then in the VV verse, when that metaverse launches for VV in the future, he's already talked with Dan and David. I think it was David he spoke with, David Yu, one of the founders of VV. And David is a master collector, and he collects everything. If you see his house, he has those bear blocks and stuff. I mean, he just has insane amounts, worth millions and millions of dollars, I'm very sure. So within the VV verse, you will have like your character, your avatar will be able to display their like call crypto thing. And he was discussing how there's going to be secret hidden areas for you. And if there's an event going on, your light bulb will glow, and it's just kind of like an exclusive club. It's really cool. Um, they're also doing, so this is like the very first launch. So fall of 2021, the inner circle is established. So the inner circle, I think, is only for the people who get the 1,000 rare out of the 10,000, of which there's still plenty in the mint left. They are 0.06 Ethereum, which at $4,000, $4,500 is like $300 to $400. So it is expensive. But again, when you're dealing with Ethereum, because your wallet might have 5 or 10 Ethereum, like it feels so removed from actual cash for a lot of people that spending 0.06 or zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2 on any given thing doesn't seem as upsetting as spending whatever and comic on VV. So, all right, I have one order pending. We'll just go ahead and see. So anyways, they have this LCC, and then they also have the physical rewards, which some of them are, he will do physical actually paintings and everything in this. Airdrops and giveaways announced. Awesome. So I'm sure that's the other thing. I'm sure if you participate in stuff and you enjoy it, or you've just like held them since the beginning, like he's trying to make a community around this stuff. That's the point. He's trying to, you might think the value, and I think what going back to the discussion here, kind of funny games daily, the value of this stuff is in the art, which that is part of the value. The value is also in what the artist, the community decides to do with it, what is useful or available. So keep that in mind. Hopefully, Amazon Web Services is not down, because we're at 20 minutes. Let's see how many are delivered. Doesn't look like many are delivered. So secret rare still 506, 500 left. Of the common, there's 17.3 of 20.9 left. So they haven't delivered many of these. I feel like this is going to be a slower burn than most. Yeah. All right. We're just going to wait, because I think this is, so apparently when they switch over to Ethereum and they switch to Immutable X, that the drops, you'll get your stuff like the second you mint it, which is cool. I'm excited for that. I'm not sure how the Go chain works. I've never really researched it, so it could work odd. Oh, I freaked out for a minute. I have a mic cable here that's just hanging, but I forgot that I replaced my mic cable because I was having issues with some background noise. So I was like testing things. But anyways, yeah. So it's interesting to see Sleeping Comics when he goes to comic book stores, or other people go to comic book stores, that people are have so much hatred of NFTs, which I understand. You think the physical, I was totally that way uh, as of January before then. The crypto kitties was like, this is dumb. Also, I'm like, cool, if I want to make money, I really have no edge. I don't understand this stuff. I really have to be in the know. If you want to start making money from crypto or OpenSea stuff, I mean, unless you're in communities that are really in the know and really strong, to try and pick one of these before they release and get in it and get an initial mint. With this one, like Hop Crypto, cool. Thought this was a big artist. It was awesome. I got it because I was interested. But I mean, these are not really worth that much unless you got a super secret rare or whatever. These aren't really worth that much in general here. And again, the value will be derived later from the community and from Ron English uh, adding value to it himself. But one thing I wasn't aware of is that, and maybe I should have checked this out, is that this 10,000, they said, oh, it's going to be minted on this day. They made a big deal of it. Get ready. And the day came and went. And now they're just leaving minting open until they're gone. As a community member, they want to build a community. I get that. As someone who wants value, I'd be like, cool, destroy the rest of those 7,000 or 8,000, whatever they had at that time. And then now there's just 2,000 in existence and that's it. That would be awesome. But they're not planning on doing that. So it's really difficult in the NFT world to figure out what's going to be cool or have value. So that's why you buy what you like. I mean, again, like NFT trees. Floor price is 9.5 ETH. Like, who would have ever thought? Maybe this is some famous artist. Again, you have to be in the know. This stuff, the VEVE stuff, super into, and that's what brings me back to this point. These guys are super down on just NFTs in general. I think looking rightfully so at this type of stuff, but now realizing, hey, there's some really like quality stuff. Plus, the artists are getting paid in perpetuity. You have Tristan Eaton, Ron English stuff. All these people on the VV, the Artist Alley things. The artists are actually getting paid. That's exciting. Now, these are some of the bigger artists. They probably have a name brand themselves. What if up and coming artists come on? You don't have to be this starving artist anymore. You can actually derive value from this space. And there's going to be a reckoning. There's going to be a pruning of what is good, kind of the wheat from the chaff. But fortunately, and here's the thing I didn't even think of before, you're not beholden to iPhone App Store. You're not beholden to the Android App Store. There's going to be so many stores. OpenSea is one of many stores. This one's on Ethereum and it uses Polygon. But then you have Tezos, which is Hit Nuke or whatever, and they also have a few other ones. And you have Polygon has several as well. There's going to be so many different web stores that you can buy this stuff from. Also, I'm sure you'll be able to buy it through PC, through gaming websites that Ubisoft hosts. You'll eventually be able to buy it on Xbox and PlayStation in some manner or form. You're going to be able to buy. There's going to be so many marketplaces for these things. Why? Because you have ownership. You can transfer them. I mean, you could probably even make a physical deal where someone has the keys on a ledger or something that has their secret keys on it, and they can sell that to you, and you can take it, and that would be a physical. And that's one thing when we're talking about like the secondary market sales, is you could probably technically get around them if you have a person. I mean, they can just give you physical cash and you transfer it to them for free. So that's how you might be able to get around, and that's how I think some people will get around uh, some of these NFTs, but it's going to be few and far between because the whole point of crypto is you don't have to trust someone to go through these websites. It works. They get their thing, you get your thing. It's an escrow service in and of itself. And you've already seen that with VV, is there's people offering escrow services because, again, this is exactly what I'm talking about. VV is the only marketplace. But once it's open to Immutable X will be in the marketplace. There's going to be other marketplaces that you can transfer to and sell it there. So just awesome. This stuff is so cool. And that's exactly, these guys, like, they're so salty about it and have so much hatred for it. And again, they're in the Bay Area. I'm sure there's a lot of like people who just have their nose up about NFTs and how they're better or whatever. Or, hey, I'm making so much money, and it could be all about the money and not really about what is the progress. But they are very, very, very salty, and that is the same I've heard with some physical comic collectors. And I get it. I have been there as well. I'm definitely a lot more opening to learning than these gents. And I also have a great video coming out responding to some of their criticisms. And some of them are valid, although phrased in a very aggressive tone, I should say. Not dulcet, but aggressive. All right, still have one order pending delivery. The market, of course, is not going to be open. Let's see how many look to be delivered. Yeah, delivery is going slow. We're still at 15K common. The market won't be. I don't know why they say ever since they put on the thing, hey, the market closes 30 minutes before the drop, opens around 30 minutes after. Ever since they put that on their screen, it hasn't happened. The 30-minute thing. So, and it's not going to um, soon. It seems like so. Yeah, they have less than half of everything delivered. So the secret rare, there's only 362 left of 500. So yeah, these things are just going slow. Slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. Yes, I'll be launching a video a little bit later. And then I will also probably have to take a nap today. I'm going to be exhausted. I have work later as well. Yesterday, I went right from, we had the drop in the morning, did a nice little stream. It was a lot of fun. And then went right to lunch. My brother's in town, so I went right to lunch with him, which was great. And I came right home. And before lunch, I was listening to this video, which completely incensed me, right? And was able to calm down, come back, and make a response video to this. And I was exporting that video, and I had to go right to work. So the video didn't even get done exporting. It only took like 15, 20 minutes to export. 20 minutes is the entire video length of mine. So pretty proud of that. Really excited about that video. I think it's a good quality. And so I'll have to post that later. I still have to make an icon for it, which will take me 5 minutes to do. But it does take me a couple minutes. And then I'll post that. And yeah, that sounds like an amazing day. And the AMA is today. Oh my gosh. AMA, what time is the AMA at? So let's go ahead and check that out. VEVE, where are you? Search Twitter, there we go. I'm not used to the desktop Twitter. VEVE, there we go. This interview, I only listened to 20 minutes of it with Dan Schawbel and Taps Trades. Taps, I got to meet him and hang out with him in DCon. Pretty cool guy. Me, him, and Randy were walking back to the hotel really late night, and I was like, "Hey guys, you wanna be my friends forever? Maybe." Again, I always retain the right. If I find someone as an Epstein character, I don't know them that well. In case I'm photographed with anyone, you never know, right? But these guys seem, I don't want to put that out there. Randy and Taps seem like very stand-up people. They seem like very nice people in real life. There's no just shit talking in the background, like, oh, this guy's bad or that guy's bad. They were very nice and genuine, seemingly in real life as well, even when we're hanging out with all of our guards down, which is pretty cool. But Dan Schawbel, he was like one of the originators of like a self brand, like what that means to be a brand in and of yourself. And he wrote this new book called Promote Yourself, but he has like the brand of me or something. There's an original book he wrote a long time ago, but this interview is actually really, really important. And he talks about the future and how he views the world and why he was drawn to NFTs and what they currently are. Really, really fantastic. So go ahead and check that out. Highly recommend it. And then once my video launches on Kind of Funny Games Daily, which I love them, but man, I think I make some great points in that video. Again, that will be a little bit later today. Okay, so I don't see. I'm sure the AMA. Cool. All right. I was gonna say it's usually 3 p.m. and it is. So, oh, that's tomorrow. Okay. So the AMA is tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Ooh, I might be able to catch that because I don't think I work till like 4:30 or 5. So I will definitely be live streaming, sitting here and hanging out for sure. And we can all watch that together. And then I'll post that later so everyone can like, comment, all that stuff later. They have not done an AMA in 2 weeks. So I'm curious. I'm sure because there's been no updates. So hopefully with this AMA, they'll be like, cool, MTL is launching right now, and this is launching, and Immutable X is launching right now, and they'll have a lot of very definitive answers. And understandably, there's been a lot of moving the bucket down the road as far as MTL, Immutable X. Those are the two big things we're all waiting for, and everyone is really concerned about how that's going to affect the price of things. I'm not too concerned. I think in the short term, there will be a drop, which I will be ready for. And in the long term, we need this stuff. Like, people will not get in. Crypto people in particular do not like getting into something that is closed off, that is not super, super not crypto. One thing, if Immutable X launches, if and maybe when the Disney Golden Moments aren't allowed on it quite yet, the ones that aren't allowed on it quite yet will take a dip because there's going to be a loss of confidence, as there should be, in them. I mean, if Disney comes out and is like, we will never certify, we're gonna notarize this, we will never allow this on any other platform than VEVE, they're not NFTs, man. I mean, they just aren't. They're on a blockchain, but they're not NFTs. Not your keys, not your wallet, not your keys, not your money, not your keys, not your NFT. That's the whole point, is that you own it. The form and function. In form, it's an NFT. Yes, it's on a blockchain. In function, it is not an NFT. Those both have to match up. Like, anyone who says anything different is just purely wrong. But I have confidence that if they don't now, they will later. And that is the bet that you're making. That's why being early is so important. That's why being early to this is really important, because you're also getting, this is the first appearance. And she was a common. If you got her off the drop, she was what, 60 gems, and now she's like 350. All of these are first appearances of their respective character. We're so lucky. Like, if you're still early. If you're in here and you get a first appearance, like, you got it made. Like, it's so cool. And we don't know what this is going to be in the future. In the short term, you can say, cool, I'm going to get a drop. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get a drop. I'm going to sell it immediately after. And you can like never lose with that strategy. With the strategy of holding, yeah, there's a big risk that you could lose because maybe they don't allow it again on Immutable X, and they never will. Maybe they don't. There's all these possibilities that could possibly be negative. Again, I believe in the group, and you have to imagine one of the reasons why it took so long, and VEVE is the way that it is, and it has to be the way that it is because these companies don't know what NFTs are. They don't want to get bamboozled. So they have someone coming to them that they trust, in Alfred Kahn and Dan and David. And they come to them and like, hey, Disney, we have this idea. This is what we want. Digital collectibles. And Disney's like, cool. And you want who to have control over them? And you want them, like, it just sounds weird. They don't understand. And you mentioned crypto at all? Like, good luck getting an appointment anymore. But they have the trust of them. So you go, okay, we're going to trust you, but you say it's locked on your platform. Cool. Okay. And you say the crypto, it runs in the background. They don't, like, customer doesn't see it. Okay, cool. Like, that's what's happening with VEVE, is they abstract all that away so their partners feel comfortable. But as they get more and more comfortable with the actual actions, hey, we see it being used. We see the community growing around it. Yeah, the community can do it. They own the collectible. Cool. Just like I own the bear brick. I can do whatever I want with it. I can take off the head. I can make lewd comments with it. Whatever. You can do that with Elsa dolls. You can do that with a car's car. but yes, so just amazing stuff. Sorry, Taps actually replied to me on his video, so that confused me for a minute. Yeah, you can see a notification right there. Yeah, that stuff is freaking baller, and that's the game that VeVe had to play to get them interested. That's why it takes so many years for licensing. That's why, I'm a little bit cautious when other people say a VeVe is 4 years ahead of everyone else. It takes 4 years to get these licenses. It takes 4 years to get licenses for NFTs. Keep that in mind. If a brand is already comfortable with NFTs, it might not take as long. It might not take as much skepticism from every member of the board. So keep that in mind. It took 4 years because in 2017, 2018, when they're initially reaching out and doing all this stuff, or 2016, when I'm not sure the first year they started reaching out, but when they're initially reaching out, they have to literally describe Bitcoin. They have to describe all it. I mean, like, isn't that meant for Silk Road? And I had this conversation yesterday with my brother. She's like, so what is Bitcoin? Why is it used? Isn't it? I mean, every single thing in the book he threw at me, it was fine. It's cool. Like, I love explaining this stuff. It's super interesting to me. And some of the answers to those questions are yes, it was for Silk Road. And yes, but it's extremely traceable. If you look at the TED Talk of the prosecutor on the Silk Road case, super amazing TED Talk, by the way, you should go check it out. She details how they were able to find certain people, and there's an FBI and CIA agent who were also arrested because they ended up they were trying to extort, I think, Ross Albright on the back end, and they got found out because of the way the blockchain behaves, and they can see the wallets, and they don't know every wallet, but once a wallet is de-anonymized, you know who owns it, and you know the transactions that they've done. So if they're threatening someone or getting hush money or something, you can see that they're getting that and who it's coming from. So I had to describe all that to him. This is Dan and Alfred and David's job when they went here. I'm sure they spent a lot of time in these boardrooms just simply talking about, they weren't even talking about VV or NFTs. They were just describing blockchain and how it works, and probably sending them a little Ethereum or a little Bitcoin so they can be, oh, that's a wallet. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You know, that, but as companies warm up to it, as they go, cool, yeah, it's Bitcoin, whatever, they will sign off on the NFT licensing a little bit quicker because they don't have to get through that hoop first. It's the same with internet. What you want me to make? You want me to put my stuff on like digital? What do you mean digital? And it took companies forever. I mean, Toys R Us, among other reasons, one of the big reasons is they were really late to the game with making a functional website where people could buy and sell, or not sell, but people could purchase their stuff on. Amazon, they were very early to the game and they did it very well, and they did it some of the best. They reaped the rewards. VeVe is that thing. But there will be some of these studios, like some of these licensees that go with others, but that's fine. We have the first appearances and they are amazing here. All right, let's see if Le VeVe app, Spider-Man, did you deliver? Oh my gosh, not yet. Okay. So we have a little more than half left of the commons yet to be delivered. It's already 8:40. Yeah, if you're in the comments, say hi. Let me know. I think it's just my mom in the comments. That's okay. I love my mom. She's great. 157 subscribers. That's just awesome. That's so cool. I mean, I created 100 and something videos, and it's interesting because when I was in school, I would have had like 2,000 subscribers right away because you just know so many people and they're willing. But 157 subscribers, these are like people who actually watch my videos. People support me from years ago, who actually like and watch my stuff. Like, that's a big deal to me. Being an adult and you have, like, I have my girlfriend and I have a few extraneous friends, but I wasn't in school, so I don't have like this network of people and everyone I meet at the party, like, your Facebook friend now. Okay, I've met you once. I have no clue who you are, but we're friends. Or you subscribe to my channel now. I don't have that with this. So it's like 157 of like real people, and there might be a bot in there. I don't know, but to me, it's 150% of 157 people that like really watch my stuff, and that is awesome. That's like really, really cool. So just thank you if you subscribed or anything. Um, I think that is some amazing stuff. So going back, let's see Ubisoft. We got Marvel. I mean, man, we're just really waiting for the market to open at this time. OpenSea, some more NFT stuff. Have you guys seen? Oh, let's look at the Tezos. So Tezos blockchain. This is Ubisoft announced that they're bringing it on Tezos. Tezos is very cool. I own a bunch. Like it's one of my biggest holdings. So keep that in mind um, when I talk about Tezos. But there's a reason why I do is because it is a very quick blockchain, as a lot of others are. It's a proof of stake, so meaning it doesn't use as much energy. There's two different types for the most part. There are other ways to do a blockchain, but proof of work, which means like Bitcoin, you're using a graphics card to mine it. It takes energy, and that's the whole thing with Bitcoin is not energy efficient. Again, a lot of these miners are hooked up to solar or wind. I think there's a certain percentage that is. I know Elon Musk had gotten together with miners to make it more energy efficient because again, he had bought a bunch of Bitcoin for Tesla, and then he came out and said, "Oh, it's not energy efficient. We won't accept Bitcoin for Tesla payments anymore." And then he backtracked on that after, I'm sure, speaking to Kathy Wood, who is of ARK Investments, who has a major investment in Tesla. So that's how that relationship works. But the point is, it's getting more and more energy efficient. I mean, you look at the usage of Christmas lights versus Bitcoin. You look at the usage of every ATM and every bank, which Bitcoin is, I think, will be complementary to. It won't fully replace those things. But you look at the usage of that compared to Bitcoin, like, again, the halogen lights inside of a Wells Fargo. So it's a metric because it's so easy to look at, but it's very hard to calculate how many halogen lights. 50 halogen lights are taking 10 watts each per hour in California. Like, I think it's just a very low hanging fruit, and it's an easy thing to maybe calculate. So people do it, and it's just something you can write a news article about. I don't think it's as big a deal. It's very important for it to move green. I do agree with that. It should be moving green in general. Um, as should, like, we should all try and move towards more renewables as we move along here. But currently, I don't think it's as big of a deal or as negative as before. Where was I going with this? I totally lost my train of thought. We were on, Tezos. Yes. So they have a game called Emergence. Let's see if we can. Emergence. No, 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 no. We want Emergence. Um, Minterpop. That's the website. Minterpop. Minterpop. Here we go. Minterpop. So Emergence is a game that is on the Tezos blockchain. They are currently selling these early, again, NFTs of the cards. This art is freaking awesome. I believe Emergence as a game has existed before because I was in a gaming store picking up some Magic cards a little while ago, and I did see this, which is good. They're already starting with a license in a way in the game that Swarm that I'm building from the ground up. Uh, One of the bigger champions of Magic the Gathering is involved in this. Kathleen Brightman, who is the co-founder of Tezos. In general, it's Kathleen Brightman and her husband, Arthur Brightman. They're both founders of Tezos, husband and wife team that made it. They're both, Kathleen is American. They're both American in citizenship. I think Arthur is either French or Swedish or something, but he lives in the United States, I think, for the most part. So does Kathleen. I think they're both educated here and both had a lot of different tech jobs here. But they made Tezos. They have this on this. This is one of Kathleen Brightman's projects, along with others. Really awesome artwork here. So these are the cards, and then they also have the comics. These Minimal Juice says, where, like, I wonder if Comics might not be on here, but really, really amazing artwork. So this was 50 Tez, which I think each Tesla is $5 right now. I'm not sure what it was, um, but that was a bid. These are cards. I think I got one of the Accelerant maybe or something. Um, so very, very cool, like great looking stuff. And again, these cards will actually be usable like Magic cards once the game is fully released. And they have a whole nother website that shows some of the beta gameplay and everything. It looks really great. They also have full comic books that is the emergence. And they have like 6 of them so far, which I'll have to go ahead and check that out. What? Don't leave these silly bot messages. If that was, unless that was a secret code and I don't know what that means. Anyways, so that is another NFT on the Tesla's blockchain, which I think will be very, very cool. It's been kind of under the radar because they've been slowly just releasing this stuff and the game isn't released yet. So I think once the game is released, just like Gods Unchained, and that's the thing is like Gods Unchained feels very similar to Magic, feels very similar to Hearthstone. They're all like that medieval time, swords and shields and dragons thing going on, which is great, but it's just been done to death. I only need one of those. So it's cool to finally see something a little bit different. The superheroes, this artwork is awesome. The artwork in the comics, I wonder if I can find the comics. Let's see if I can find the, just go to Google. That's not what I want. Comics. Pull up this here. All right, there we go. Let's go to Minter. Let's go to Minter Pop Comics, possibly. It's confusing the way that, yeah, okay, this is it. It's confusing the way they have this website set up. No, that's not it. Interpop Comics, here we go. Yeah, so Interpop and then Minterpop is an extension of it. These are the comics of this. I'm not sure why they're like separate websites. You can't get to them easily. Anyways, but you can buy these all with Tezos. They've released quite a few actually. There's some that are launched for free, 40 Tezos. That's pretty expensive. So 40 times 5 is 200, right? 4 times 5 is 20, so 200. You can grab these books. These are free to read, but also they do give you one for free, not just to read, but you can keep, because once you log in here, it gives you a Tezos wallet. And so it's an NFT and they put it in your wallet. The art is awesome on these. I really, really like that. Here's the store. So yeah, they put it in USD terms. You can buy it for $8 for some of these, from $10 for the 9 here. These are all like readable comics. Really, really cool. I'm not logged in here. I don't like, again, how they have like their websites separated. I'm not sure why they chose to do that. They are two sides of a similar coin and you're using the same wallet. So I have to see that, but really weird. All right, let's go ahead and check on the store again, see if my comic was delivered. Not delivered yet. We still have a little more than half of everything left to go. So anyways, if you're in the comments, say hi. I think I'll probably head off. We've been going for an hour, 20 minutes now. So it's been pretty epic, but again, unless the store opens soon, which it's not going to open soon. It's going to be probably another hour, just based on what has been delivered so far before the store opens. And I can't fill in much time. I'm sorry, unless I start playing games and streaming. But yeah, any questions in the comments, let me know. But if otherwise, have a wonderful day. I'm going to be launching a video probably in 30 minutes or so. So keep an eye out for that. I think it's a fantastic one. Talks a little bit about the fears of some of the common person and all this stuff. But let me know. Remember, I'm like, what am I doing? Remember, follow me in the three T's in IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at Sodi Pop Media. Please like, follow, subscribe. That really helps. Leave comments down below on my videos. All that really helps, get me up and up because eventually I want to do more videos. Hopefully, a little income comes in for this because then I don't have to work in my regular job as much. I can replace that a little bit just so I can make more content for you because it does. It takes a lot of time. I love it though. I love it. Super, super fun. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Be yourself and eat a cookie. Bye bye.